The Sunshine State and crowd excited to see their Jaguars as the Jags get set to match up in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Let's go.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Coney Ely in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Sunday. Lucy. Hank. 372.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, there's Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold over the middle. Open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smack. 76, 76.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
Green 80. Green 80. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. Fournette, a first down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
All right, here we go.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets, but how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
All right, here we go.
Now it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powell. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use this and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Bunch right.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Lucy. Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Blue,
On 2nd down, Darnold. A little dump off for Crowell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Darnold, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Bortles now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's a give to Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
Let's go!
let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Lucy! Lucy!
Bortles now on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, hold on to that football, young man. It's the first NFL touchdown catch for DJ Chark. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Bortles going to throw, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green 84, Ricky.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Hey, 54, Ricky. Omaha. Bunch right.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Green 80. 11B. Green and 10.
They go play action here on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another for...
Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On first down, Bortles. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Complete outright to Kurz. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold. I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To the air again, Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
Again, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Remember at the outset you talked about the key being keeping him under 100 yards. Well, he's over 100 now. We're in the 3rd quarter.
So that has happened, right? So that goal's gone. Can they bottle him up the rest of the way? They'll need to do so if they want to try and win this one.
Here we go. Omaha.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
380.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. The open man is Westbrook. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
380. Lucy. 372.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Spread right. 372.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
372. 380. Lucy.
On play action, it's Bortles. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green 80. 372. Green attack.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold on first down. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again is Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Back.
Here we go. 319. 319.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Darnold now on second down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On first down, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Anunwa, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Bortles going to look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Jacksonville, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.